Today, I'm going to be ranking the best middle linebackers in Madden 23 Ultimate Team. Today, we are back here with yet another tier list. Today, we got all the elite middle linebackers in Madden 23 Ultimate Team. And before we get into the first card, I just want to tell you guys what I'm looking for in a middle linebacker. First and foremost, I think the two most important things, height and speed. Like, height is so important this year. Speed, obviously, I feel like those are always like the two most important things in Madden. And that's really all you need for a user. But other than that, things that'll make your linebacker play good that I think are really important. First and foremost, zone coverage and play rec. Two very important ratings for your middle linebackers. And of course, we got to talk about abilities. Now, we're going to get it started right here with the lower overalls. First one we got is Rashaan Evans. So Rashaan Evans is pretty awful. So he's 78 speed with 58 zone coverage. Like, can't play on my team. He's going to be an F tier middle linebacker. I just think he's absolutely terrible. Now, next up, we got an interesting one. Fosaid Oluokun. I'm pretty sure I said that right. Now, he is going to go ahead and have 82 speed, be 6'2". I think he is a tremendous budget middle linebacker. Like, if you're looking for someone for the cheap, I think he is great. Not the best zone coverage in the world, not the best play rec. He has the height, he has the speed. I'm going to go ahead and put him in the C tier. I think he's pretty solid. And then we got Jermaine Pratt, another interesting one because this time Jermaine Pratt is going to be 6'2". He's going to have 80 speed, but he's going to have 70 zone coverage. So do I think he's like on the same tier as Oluokun, or do I think he's a little bit worse? I'm gonna put them on the same tier. Pretty much Jermaine Pratt has better zone coverage than Oluokun, but Oluokun has the speed, like 2 speed versus zone. I feel like them being on the same tier right by each other, not bad. And then next up right here, we got Tremaine Edmonds. Tremaine Edmonds is kind of tough for me because he is 6'5", so he has the height, but he's 77 speed with 70 zone. I just think Oluokun and Jermaine Pratt are going to play better than Tremaine Edmonds. So I'm going to put Tremaine Edmonds in the D tier, but I think he has some potential as a user. I know he's slow, but you could potentially like try to lurk low with him. Then we got Myles Jack. He's going to be 6'1", 81 speed with 70 zone. I again think he is a pretty good budget middle linebacker. And give me him over Oluokun and Jermaine Pratt. I think he's actually really, really solid. Then we got Jordyn Brooks. I'll be honest with you. EA cannot stat people like Jordyn Brooks, Darius Leonard, right? Like just like tackle machines. They made him slow. 79 speed, not really the slowest. 65 zone as well. But he's way worse than Tremaine Edmonds. He's better than Rashaan Evans, but that's not saying much. I think Jordyn Brooks is just F. I just don't think he's good. And then we got Mikhail Walker. Mikhail Walker, it's kind of funny to me because I think he's kind of just like Oluokun. And I know Oluokun is no longer a Falcon, but they both are fast, like 80 speed on Mikhail Walker right here. This time he's going to be 6'3", 60 zone coverage. So yeah, I think he's again a very solid budget option. Dion Jones, I actually really, really like. He's going to be 82 speed this time with 79 zone. I think he's going to be B for me. Now I will say A and S, there's only going to be one card in S, and y'all probably already know who it is because he is just on another level compared to every other middle linebacker. You can say he's one of the best or the best budget middle linebacker in the game. He's 6'1", 82 speed, 79 zone. I think there's a strat card that can boost your middle linebacker zone. So you could potentially get him up to 80 zone. He'd be fine as a user or as your AI playing with them. So yeah, I think Dion Jones is really, really good. And then we got Bobby Okereke right here. Another 6'1", 81 speed, 70 zone middle linebacker right here. So you already know he's going to go up into the C tier. I just think these cards are just so similar. You either got like the top end speed guys with like Oluokun, Mikhail Walker that again have the good height, or you have some decent speed with like Jermaine Pratt, Bobby Okereke, but better zone. Then we got LVE, Leighton Van Der Roush, his first card of the video right here, 82 overall. I think he's awful. So he's 6'4", he has the height. I'd take him over everyone in F, but again, that's not really saying much. But 64 zone coverage, I just think is awful, so I just think that he's an awful card. Now we got Devon White, another person I am a really big fan of, and I'm going to put him right by Dion Jones right here. This time he's going to be 83 speed. He's going to be 6 foot, 78 zone coverage. Again, these guys, again, if you're a budget player, these two guys with like a middle linebacker strategy card that could potentially boost zone, these guys become really, really good. They both hit 80 zone coverage potentially. You know, Devin White, not the best in the run game, but he should be a very solid pass defender. And again, I just think for a budget, he's great. Then we got Eric Kendricks. Eric Kendricks, to me, I'm gonna put him as the best card in C. He's 80 speed, 78 zone. I like the zone. It's just like Devon White and Dion Jones are just way better in my opinion. Kendricks is 6 foot this time as well, so Dion Jones and Devon White. Devon White's the same height, but Dion Jones is a little bit taller as well. Now we got Isaiah Simmons pre-order right here. He is essentially his base league card as well. That's an 82. Pretty much you just take every stat -1. I think this card's great. You can potentially get him for free if you just pre-order the game, or you buy his base elite. He's going A for me. He's 6'4", 83 speed, and also has 80 zone coverage. Really the only knock on him, and the reason why I can't put him S tier, is because he doesn't get lurker. Now we got jawhaun Bentley. He's going to be 6'2", this time with 80 speed and 60 zone. Does that sound familiar? I'm putting him right by like a Luakon and Mikhail Walker again. I just think they're really, really similar. And then we got Alex Anzalone. I'm actually surprised this card is like decent. Like I always felt like they statted him horribly. He's going to go in the B tier for me now. Is he as good as Dion Jones and Devon White? It's interesting. So he's 6'3". He's 2 inches taller than Dion Jones, 3 inches taller than Devon White. He's 82 speed this time, which is the same as Dion Jones, 1 less than Devon White. He has slightly worse zone coverage. He hits 72. And zone coverage goes in tiers of 5. So like 75 zone coverage will play a little bit better than 70. So he hits the 70 tier. These guys hit the 75 tier. I think he might be a little bit worse than them, but I think he's better than every card in C. So Jerome Baker this time. Imagine everything I just said about Anzalone with the zone coverage. This time though, he's going to be 6'2", but he's going to be a speed point faster. So again, I like him over every card in C tier. It's just, is he better than Dion Jones or Devon White? It's kind of tough. It's kind of tough. I could see it. And then we got a card that I'm actually disappointed with. Devin Bush I thought was going to be phenomenal. He's 5'11", which kind of sucks. He's 83 speed, which is good, but he only has 68 zone coverage. So with that being said, he's kind of like everyone I said in C. If he wasn't this fast, I would put him D. His speed is really the only redeeming quality about him. So yeah, I'm going to put him like middle of the pack C. He's decent though. And then we got Blake Martinez, who's awful. 77 speed, 58 zone coverage. Terrible. And then we got this card right here. I know it's a blank card art. It's Kenny Young. I have looked everywhere for this card art, but take a look at this right here. So we're in game right now. Did the 84 overall team builder fantasy pack. Watch this. Look who's not in the pack. So you can see we got the Niners, Bears, Bengals. I'm just going to skip through it right here. And you're going to notice that you can like slow down the video if you want. There's no Raiders pack. Didn't have the Raiders Team Infinity pack. Wasn't on the auction block. The only way I got the card art was on MUT.gg. With that being said, though, I think he's a decent middle linebacker. He's 6'1", has 81 speed with 70 zone. Does that sound like a lot of cards we already covered? Yes, it does. He's going into the C tier. And then we got Anthony Walker, this time with 82 speed, 6'1", and 65 zone. Kind of similar to what I said about Devin Bush. Really, the speed is the only redeeming quality. But again, I think he's middle of the pack. We got Denzel Perryman, but shorter this time though, 83 speed, 60 zone coverage. So gonna go ahead, put him in the C tier once again. He's fast, but he just has terrible zone. Now we got Lavonte David. This time they gave him decent speed. 82 speed for a Lavonte David card. Kind of surprising. Has 74 zone coverage. I think I put Lavonte David B. Now Kenny Young was 6'1", 81 speed with 70 zone. Like he's borderline. Like I'll put Kenny Young as best card in C. Lavonte David is, I think, better than everyone in C, but like he's like bottom tier of B. So yeah, he's 82 speed this time, 70 zone coverage. Again, if you get a strat card, potentially boost him 1 zone. He hits a higher tier zone coverage than Jerome Baker and Anzalone. So I think Lavonte David is a really decent middle linebacker. Now we got Bobby Wagner, like another surprising one that they gave decent speed. 83 speed with 75 zone. I think he's gonna be the best card in B tier for me. I really like him. Now Bobby Wagner is someone as well that has the big hitter trait on Yes. We haven't talked about it a lot because a lot of people just don't have it on Yes. And he also has really good run defense as well, like 80 plus block shed. I just think all the way around Bobby Wagner is great. And we got Zach Cunningham. You could get him for free from your field pass. He's 6'3" with like 83 speed, but terrible zone. He's a good user. I'll put him as best card in C once again, but like he's a better user than he is like an actual like AI controlled middle linebacker. Like as a user compared to all the other cards we covered, potentially like A or B. Just I'm rating these cards on how they play without user input. So I think he is right on the C tier level. Now we got Demario Davis. Demario Davis is great. Demario Davis for me is going into the A tier. Now I like Isaiah Simmons a little bit more than him, but he's 6'2", has 83 speed, and he hits 80 zone coverage. Has 80 play rec as well, and also great run defense across the board. I just think overall he's one of the better middle linebackers in the game. Now I got Channing Tindall of my Miami Dolphins. So he's 6'2", 86 speed with the big hitter trait on yes. As a user, he is an S tier user linebacker. This is where it gets tough because 86 speed you just don't get. I'll put him A. I'm not going to put him S, but I will put him A. He's a great user, but AI controlled, he's not the best, but the speed can make up for it right now. Because again, you're just not getting 86 speed at linebacker. Now we got Brian Asamoah, who is another pretty good linebacker. 84 speed this time, 6'1" with 70 zone. Again, faster than, I'm going to put him a tier below Tindall. Now, I like Bobby Wagner a little bit more than him. So I'm going to put him like right there in the B tier. I think he's pretty good though. And actually I lied. Tindall has to come down. Tindall has to come down into B. And I'm going to move Asamoah more towards the bottom in the B. Now, the reason why Tindall has to come down is because of the next card, Jermaine Pratt, is going into the A tier. This time, he's 85 speed with 80 zone coverage. The thing I'm looking for A tier to hit is 80 zone. I think Jermaine Pratt's actually the best card in A. Like, he's 6'2", Isaiah Simmons 6'4", but 2 speed points. I could see you saying Isaiah Simmons over Jermaine Pratt. I could see it, but Jermaine Pratt I do think is great. So he's going top end of A tier. Next up, we got Patrick Queen. Patrick Queen this time is going to be 85 speed with 70 zone coverage. And he's also going to be 6 foot. So 85 speed with 70 zone. I'm going to put him in the B tier. Now, Tindall was 86 speed, 6'2", with 65 zone. So we're gonna I think it's like right there. I think Patrick Queen is better than Tindall. Now we got Fred Warner. Fred Warner, if you run a strat card to boost middle linebacker zone by 1, literally 1, he is an A tier player. And I think either way, I'm going to keep him in the A tier. Literally, there's only, so for the A tier, there's one knock on these people, and it's the fact that they don't get lurker. But Fred Warner's fantastic. I mean, 86 speed with 79 zone. He's 6'3" as well, has 89 play rec too. So if you could potentially get +1 play rec, +1 zone on middle linebackers, Fred Warner makes the jump to like right here. That's really like what one strat card could do for him for me. I would say better than Demario Davis. Close, but I think he's a little bit better. And I'd probably take him over Simmons as well. It's just tough. Jermaine Pratt is just really, really good too. So like I could see Warner like either like right here or right here. Next up, we got Devandra Campbell, who's actually a pretty good user. He's 6'4", 84 speed, 86 play rec, pretty decent run defense, but 77 zone. I'm gonna go ahead and put him B. And he's like probably like right there for me. I like him more than like Devon White, Dion Jones and them, but I think he's a little bit, he might, like Tindall versus him is tough. That's a tough one. I'll give Campbell the nod over Tindall. So yeah, I'm going to put him right there. I will say, I don't think Asamoah is the worst card in B. So I'm going to move him to like right, like, I'm going to move him to like right there. Now we got Xavion Collins. Xavion Collins hits what I'm looking for. 84 speed, 80 zone coverage. He is going up into the A tier for me, and I'll take him over Demario Davis. And I'll also take him over Isaiah Simmons. He's 6'4", has 84 play rec as well. Big hitter trait on yes. I think Xavion Collins is a fantastic middle linebacker. Now we got Junior Seau. So Junior Seau in the past, I actually make him a decent pass rusher. He's not a decent pass rusher. He's 84 speed, 6'3", 70 zone. I really don't think the card's great. I really don't. I'll put him in B. Like, okay, me on a Dolphins theme team, him versus Tindall's really tough for me. Like, I don't know which one I should start over. So yeah, I'm gonna put him right by Tindall. Now we got Leighton Van Der Roush. I'm gonna say straight up, this card not worth his price. He's not worth his price at all. 84 speed, 6'4", 70 zone though. 70 zone is the thing that loses me. Like, as a user, it'll be fine, but 70 zone is like a B tier player going for like an S tier price. Like, it's crazy. I'll put him B, and I think he's right up, like right around Seau. And then we got Sam Mills. Sam Mills, he's short, but he's 84 speed, 84 zone as well. Really good block shed, and also a decent pass rusher as well. I'm gonna go ahead and put him A, and I'd probably put him like right there. Might be sleeping a little bit, but I think that's a pretty good spot for him. He again has the big hitter trait on yes as well. And for the last card of the video, I want to pull up his stats. So it's gonna be Derrick Johnson. Derrick Johnson is 6'3", 87 speed. He has 87 play rec as well, 71 finesse moves, which is decent, 88 block shed, 87 impact blocking, and 87 zone coverage. Almost hits 90. We were struggling to get people to hit 80. Has the big hitter trait on yes. Also has strip ball on yes, which I do like. Also though, gets lurker for 1 AP. Like, Is there any question about it? I just feel like there's no linebacker on Derrick Johnson level right now. He's insane. By far, in my opinion, I think the best middle linebacker in the game. Like, I will say, it's kind of like this for me. And then there's a major gap. This is my thoughts on it. Like, it's Derrick Johnson then everyone else, because Derrick Johnson is the only middle linebacker in the game right now to get the lurker ability. If you want your linebackers to animate, you need lurkers. Derrick Johnson is a godsend. I don't think linebackers are terrible this year, but let me know down in the comments. Are you rocking linebackers at linebacker or safeties at linebacker? I think either or usable. Both have their advantages. Yeah, this has been the tier list, man. If y'all enjoyed the video, make sure you go ahead, leave a like and subscribe. If y'all would like to see me play with some of these linebackers live, check the links in the description. Hit that Twitch with a follow. I greatly appreciate it. I do appreciate y'all clicking onto this video though. If you want another video to watch, check this one out right here. I ranked the best tight ends in Madden 23 Ultimate Team.